What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I want to talk about Virgin Galactic SPCE. What a wild ride investing in this company has been the past few months. And I want to give you guys some insight into my thoughts going forward with this company, since I am invested since the mid-20s, $17 range, and throughout that kind of period where it was just hovering down the low 20s. Let me know in the comments below if you are getting out of the company, if you are buying the dip, and just let me know your thoughts. Obviously, we've had a massive momentum spike up to the $60 mark, and it's just been a wild ride ever since then, with scheduled test flights not going ahead, and a lot of other kind of news that doesn't really get confirmed with us investors, unfortunately. So I'm just gonna give you some insight into Virgin Galactic. I believe I'm in this for the long term. As much as I wanted to pull profits at $60, and now that it's coming down into the 40 range, it's kind of a bit of a kick in the gut. And I want to show you guys my investment portfolio and kind of just give you guys some insight into my thoughts. For those of you who do not know what Virgin Galactic is, they are a space tourism company that plans on taking people up into the atmosphere, checking out the view. It's a whole experience, and they want to pretty much land them back down safely, just like an aeroplane would. Now, with us investors, we have been giving a lot of news about test flights, and unfortunately, they're not following through with it. Now, as a business standpoint, I understand they have a lot of precautions. They have a lot of boxes that need to be ticked before they get the green light to take the aircraft up and test it. In the past, weather has been a massive kind of interfering factor with them, but what I don't like hearing is technical errors. As an investor, it's good that they're taking precautions, it's good that they're not crashing the planes, and for some of you investors out there, they have actually had a failed test flight in the past resulting in a fatality. God forbid that happens on the next test flight. Now, they have released earnings today as of the 26th of February 2021, and they have announced the rollout of a second spaceship scheduled to take place on March 30th, which is pretty exciting that they're rolling out a second spaceship. So with the news on their earnings, they have released some new details, which unfortunately Virgin Galactic is very kind of bad in giving us information and news that us investors want to know about when it's kind of happening. So we're kind of left in the lurch, unfortunately, but that's okay. They have given us some updates today, which is good. The next rocket-powered space flight targeted to occur in May. That is a bit far away, considering we were just meant to do a test flight a few weeks ago, which unfortunately didn't go ahead. They pulled the plug on it, and then, like I was saying before, they didn't really give us any news into why they did that. So we have to wait until May now, unfortunately. It's about 3 months away. Hopefully they can actually pull off the test flight this time, and I want to just quickly run through the charts and explain to you my thoughts going forward as an investor. As you can see on the screen right now, we have the daily chart of Virgin Galactic SPCE, and you can see pretty much since January 2021, we spiked up just over 170%. Not bad, but going forward, and when I do my stock picking and I invest in companies like this, if we get momentum such as we had here on a company that's not pulling revenue, I should have pulled profits at $60, $50. I should have pocketed some of the profit and then reinvested on the dip, because it's very logical to know that in the past they've had test flights and they have canceled them multiple times, and they did the exact same thing this time, and this is what's caused the massive drop. You can see the stock closed today, February 26, 2021. It closed at $42, and after hours, it has dropped to $36.90. Almost a 13% drop after hours. So going over to Interactive Brokers, which is my personal choice of investing in US stocks here in Australia, I think I'm down about $3,000 on the day. Most of that coming from, yes, you guessed it, Virgin Galactic, which is very unfortunate since I was up over 200% since I initially got in. You can see on this chart, these green bars over here, I was initially in at $25, $23, $17, this was my biggest investment. Then I got back in at 20, and I've just been positioning myself in over the weeks, over the months. Obviously, I didn't buy anything above the $25 mark, and then we've had this massive rally like I was showing you before, and I just reinvested in this dip. I bought another 30 shares, and unfortunately, I think it's going to keep dropping. So doing simple technical analysis on this chart, my thoughts going forward is, if we can break this blue line, which is the 50 EMA, I can see price coming down to this zone over here, which is the $34, $35 range. If we can break that range, I can definitely see price coming down to the 200 EMA, which would be in the 20s. As an investor in Virgin Galactic, I am looking at this long-term, 5, 10 plus years. Now, yes, I do have my concerns about the company because it is an individual company, not like an index fund or an ETF. This company can fold, unfortunately. So it can go under if they can't get it right, or if they run into a lot of difficulties. So I could be waiting in this stock and have my money tied up for a very long time, depending how the testing goes. Like I was saying before, they've had a failed test flight in the past. And I believe they are doing a lot of, new innovative things. They are taking very good safety measures to make sure everything goes smoothly. So I do have high hopes going forward with the test flight. Now, if the test flight is a success, I believe the stock will rally and go up, but I don't think it will go up that much. When Richard Branson goes up and other celebrities, other people start buying into the company, getting tickets to experience space tourism, then I believe that's when this stock will really kind of benefit and really just take off. Looking at some of more of the earnings reports in the news they released, so Virgin Galactic announces Doug Ahrens as Chief Financial Officer. So they're restructuring their team a little bit. Doug was saying, "I'm very excited to join Virgin Galactic at such a significant time in the company's journey," said Ahrens. "I look forward to being a part of this exceptional team as it makes history in the evolution of human space flight." So Ahrens is a seasoned executive with over 25 years of operation and strategic finance experience. So that is kind of exciting. That is a good step in the company's direction to have him on board. Of course, having a financial chief officer doesn't really mean much if you don't have a successful product, which is their spaceship. So once they can get their spacecraft to more or less be successful, it ticks all the boxes, it's cleared, it's safe, then that's when this stock will rally. So going forward, my thoughts, I will be buying the dip. I will be buying it as it goes down. If it keeps going down, I'll continue to buy it. I have high hopes. Richard Branson is an amazing businessman. He's an amazing entrepreneur. He really takes initiative and he really kind of pushes the bar in terms of getting stuff done. Going forward, as an exit strategy, of course, I'll never really fully exit, but taking profits and reinvesting might be something I need to implement going forward in my stocks. Unfortunately, it did rally up to just over $62. And it would have been nice to take some profit. I could have taken my initial $5,000 investment out of the company, out of the stocks, and left the profit in there and then reinvested that back when it's dipping now. Unfortunately, I didn't do that, but that's okay because once again, I have a long-term outlook on this company. The main thing I'm looking forward to next is the next rocket-powered space flight targeted to occur in May. Hopefully, fingers crossed, that all goes well, it's a success, and then they can start moving forward as a company and start testing with actual people that are interested. And then once Richard Branson goes up, like I was saying before, it will be an amazing time in history to kind of experience that and watch it. This has been a dream of Richard Branson and a few other people for a very long time. It is slowly unfolding. It is new territory. It hasn't been done before. There is a lot of risk involved, so I understand it. But as an investor, it would be nice if they gave us a little more news as they progress. I hope you guys got some value out of this video. Let me know in the comments below if you are getting out of the company, if you are buying the dip, and just let me know your thoughts. I think long-term, Virgin Galactic is very promising. It's going to be a little bit of a roller coaster ride. It's not going to be a pain-free kind of journey for the next 5 years. But if they can pull it off, like I was saying, it's going to be amazing. Appreciate your time. Thank you once again, and I'll see you guys in the next video.